Register is a fancy way of saying voice. That is, register describes the formality of a piece of written work, or any text really. You'll see that more formal writing that's, we would say in a more written voice, has a more formal register. We all naturally use different registers in different situations, so you interact with your parents in a different register than you interact with your friends, or you use different words around them, and we do this naturally. We select the words that fit the situation best. In a persuasive text or practical report, you're expected to write a formal register. A formal register basically just means you should sound like an ABC News reader. You should, if you can't imagine it being read by an ABC News reader, then you're not writing formally enough. Formal register includes things like using impersonal language. Impersonal language avoids words like I, or me, or we, or they, or us. This is important because in a science prac write-up, for example, you're not writing about you, you're writing about the experiment. By taking out the personal language, it makes it more formal and more relatable to people as well. And you'll see this sometimes called the passive voice. If you write in the passive voice in Word, sometimes Word will squiggle something, put some squiggly lines underneath it and say this is passive. For essays and written assignments, passive voice is often a good thing. Avoiding the use of contractions. Cannot is more formal than can't. Again, you're going for formality here. It's not going to sound like your written work, it's not going to sound like your everyday language. It's going to sound quite written, quite formal. Choose words carefully. Object is a better word than thing. Substance is a better word than stuff. They both mean the same things, but the word that I've given first is more formal. The formal register will make you sound older and more knowledgeable. And you'll be taken more seriously by people. This is a good strategy to remember when interacting with adults in general, or people in positions of power, politicians and those sorts of things. Often people seem dumb next to politicians. Politicians are trained to speak in a formal register all the time. So when you talk with a politician and you're not talking in a formal register, you will appear to be dumber.